Guys, if you're not familiar with RetroAchievements, it's kind of like Xbox achievements, but they made this whole website where you can play like NES, like a bunch of, just tons of games, and they made achievements for them. And they made one just now for SMB1 Any% to get sub 5. So you can see all these timers pop up, and it will keep track if you're on pace to beat the game in under 5 minutes. And if you do it, then you get the achievement. It's brand new. The author and programmer of these achievements is named Suspect15. He worked closely with me and other community members to make sure everything worked properly, and the final product is something really cool. I was happy I could try it out on day 1 of release and hopefully be the first person to get all of the achievements. Here's how it all went down. Okay, you can see that right there, the 459. We got to get the 9 achievements to beat the game sub 5. Here we go. It'll keep track of time for us, and the way this is going to work is as long as we are on sub 5 pace, after each level, it'll say like, good job, you have played through 1-1 on sub 5 pace, and there's an achievement for doing each level still on sub 5 pace. So right when this transitions, we should see, good job, you're sub 5 pace past 1-1. There you go, we're on pace. And it even keeps track of like who has the best times ever. And you can see down in the bottom right, like above the timers, there's this little like Bowser icon. It's gonna pop up right here. That tells you as long as you're on pace for the achievement. So you can see as soon as I died, it disappeared. Yeah, huge shout out to Suspect15. I've been working with him on this to get it going. He's put in a bunch of work, and definitely check it out. If you have never tried RetroAchievements, I think they're really cool. The absolute dream would be if we could get some way to do it on console, like with EverDrive Pro's connectivity. That'd be so sick. The whole thing, fair warning, is like still kind of a beta build right now. So if anything goes wrong, like it's fine. This is the test release. I will say there's like 1 or 2 frames more input delay than I'm used to. So that's going to be the biggest challenge to get this today. But we're still on sub 5 pace. On pace after 1-2, let's go. We could just do it right now. I expected this to take a while, but who knows? A flagpole glitch achievement? Hey, maybe in the future, that'd be cool. On pace after 4-1, I love the spiny picture. All right, we got to do the wrong warp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sounded like a Giano clip. So that was really slow. It's still gonna get the achievement though. Even without doing anything crazy, this is still technically sub 5 pace, but probably not the run. Alright, I'm dead. 8-1's gonna be the hardest one today. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, like, achievements could be just basic stuff like beat the game warpless, but then there can be some sets where it's like, oh, get an achievement for going to the minus world, or like, there's this one really wacky one that's like, die on the axe. You know you can die when you touch the axe and beat Bowser? It's like, do that on every single Bowser in the game in one run, which is pretty intense. Step it up, sir. Alright, Wes. You want me to step it up? I'll step it up. Here we go. On console. Let's see what happens. Dude, it feels so strange. He's jumping when I push the button. Like, and he starts falling when I release the button. I had a moment there where I literally felt like I was playing in the future. Or the past. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, whoa, my inputs are happening earlier than I'm pressing them. Wes told me to step it up, so I had to show that I can. Okay, if Bowser's nice, then we'll have ourselves a good old sub 5. Let's go. 458. Now we just gotta do that on RetroAchievements. Halfway through my YouTube video, the game's just gonna change to a different color, and we're not gonna explain why. Yep. Holy cow. Oh. Okay. This is our first sub 5 pace to 8-4. Come on, wall jump. Oh, let's go. Okay, better turnarounds than I've had earlier. Clutch Gaming incoming? That was so bad. Maybe barely sub 5? Bowser, please? Awesome. It was close. But I have to get the first sub 5. Andrew G already had it by the time I started speedrunning, but now this is my chance to get the first sub 5 on a different website. Just kidding. I did get the first sub 5 genuinely in the All-Stars version. Here's something funny, by the way. You technically don't need the 4-2 wrong warp to get sub 5. I don't think anyone's naturally decent at anything. I think if they pick something up and they're good at it, it's because they have some kind of transferable skill. We're getting better. We're getting better at this for sure. It's pretty much just a matter of hitting all the pipe jumps at this point. I don't know. I think what I've settled on is that, like, I think being good at stuff mostly comes from... So yeah, I think it pretty much comes from transferable skills, and anytime you're good at something, it's from amount of time spent doing it. Sometimes there are factors involved that you, like, don't realize help you be good at something. Like in speedrunning, you're like, okay, they like play the video game well. But part of what can make someone a really good speedrunner is they can troubleshoot well. They can be like, this didn't work for me here. Maybe I can do that strat instead. There's just like so many more things other than just playing the game that, like, if someone improves quickly, you're just like, oh, they're just good at video game, but it can be a multitude of other things. I think if we're gonna say talent exists, I think it's only in things that are like temperaments and like dispositions towards being passionate about something. When you talk about being good at one thing, you're actually talking about being good at like 10 things. So the other day, I wanted to make a thumbnail for a video. The context doesn't really matter, but maybe I'll explain how I got there. It's one of my most recent ones. I wanted to pull Bowser straight from the game, because it's not like the default Bowser sprite. And the best way to do that is to screen capture it from an emulator, because they're like pixel perfect, and then you upscale it perfectly. If you try and take it from your own game capture or whatever, it just won't work. Basically, the easiest way for me to get to that Bowser, to take a screenshot, was in SMB Utility, which is a ROM hacking program. Because you can just like spawn right into any part of any level. But it has these default controls. Wow, okay. I couldn't change the controls. So I had to play with the arrow keys, and just the fact that I had to use my right hand to move Mario and my left hand to jump made something so hard. Like, the room I was trying to get to, you actually couldn't spawn straight in there, or else, you know, the sprites don't load. So I had to go to a previous screen and hit this vine to climb up it. And in order to hit the vine, you had to do this wall clip. And I'm trying to do this like technical trick with opposite hands, and it just didn't work. Suddenly I was just terrible at the game. I have thought about trying to speedrun the entire SMB1 achievements board, like the main one, do an all achievements speedrun. The only problem is that it takes like several different playthroughs, because you have to do like a high score playthrough and a warps playthrough and a warpless playthrough. And like a no coins playthrough, and I don't know. I ran a lot of different games. Different games are easier or harder to read the chat during. Like if it was Mario 2 USA, that game is so hard to read the chat. It doesn't give you much time. This game has long periods between levels, and even mid-level, it's like there's so many moments I can just look over at the chat. I really just need to pull off, just focus up, get a good 4-2 and 8-1. Those are easily my bottlenecks right now. Okay, come on, man. Sometimes I swear I go to do a pipe jump and he just jumps so much higher than he should. This is actually fine. We're gonna get it off of this run. Okay, never mind. The funny thing is, if everything else was perfect, I could just, like, do 0 pipe jumps in 8-1. Dude, whatever. Okay, we can do it. This should be the same frame rule as that other one that I did. Which I think means first guy's gonna jump into us. Okay, guys, we can do it. I just somehow knew that was gonna happen. You know what this feels like? This feels like trying to get my first sub 5. I have been teleported back to January 2013. Back when getting 8-1 pipe jumps was like, there's like genuinely some element of randomness to it because I wasn't skilled enough to just like do it deliberately the right way. I would just try it and sometimes he'd land in the right spot, you know? Okay, we just need bullet bill glitch. Or a really good 8-4. Oh my gosh. You're joking. Okay. Yep. And now a perfect 8-1, and we're on our favorite pace. See, that felt natural. Maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe it's all in my head. Okay, we're on our favorite pace. 3 frame rules behind. 259.8 or whatever. Okay. Not even close. Okay, we can do it. Okay, come on. 459.8. Okay, come on, Bowser. Please let me through. Okay. Dude, let's go. We finally did it. Now, if I didn't lose 3 frame rules in 4-2, we could have had a cool 458, but that's okay. It was just destined to be that pace. All 3 times I got to 8-4 were that pace. Oh, yeah, dude, huge shout out to Suspect15. Good work on this, man. This is really fun. Like, a cool integration of speedrunning into the Retro Achievements site. We began the run too quickly. Let's go. We were on pace after 1-1. Let's go. 2, 3. 5 out of 14 people have gone past 4-1. 2 people have gone past 4-2. Is that Wes Copeland out there? Is that you? 1 person passed 8-1. 1 person sub 5. Boom. That's me. Here's what I want to do now. See, I have all of the levels best times except 1-1. So I would like to get the unbeatable 1-1. Let's literally tie with the TAS. Here goes. 1-1 flag pull glitch. Perfect 1-1 attempts. Boom. That was perfect. That all felt perfect. I hope it's fast enough for the frame rule, though. 29 seconds. Aw, we didn't get it. Probably a frame too slow. Nice, that's it. I'm pretty sure. Let's go. 29 flat-ish. We did it. 29.1. Now we gotta focus up and see how far we can take this. What the... Dude, it's not my fault. It did like the biggest lag spike it's done all day. I'm not crazy. It did. Best pace 1-1, 29.1. Now we have all 8 best paces. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I'm glad we got that done. Woohoo! We have mastered the speedrun subset. Now I'm officially a master of Super Mario Brothers. Let's go.